Today I have the absolute pleasure to talk to a lady that is very well known in the industry, Helen Constantinides. She is involved in the industry. She's a CIO. She's a trailblazer. I met her, in fact, a year ago, Helen. Thank you for talking to us today. I think I met you at the Women
in Tech
event last year.
Right.
Correct. And it's taken us a year to get together and chat.
That's very true.
So thank you so much for coming here to the CompTIA studio today. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and talk to us. And I hope that you're going to share your vision for where the industry is going and where you see we should make some changes and get prepared for the future. Correct?
Thank you for having me so much, and it's good to meet up
Yes.
after a year
Yes.
and talk about things. You know, we're all talking about digital transformation, which is great, and you're applying all the tools and the technologies to it, like cloud, like automation, and you're using all of these third parties that come from global sources. But we need some autonomy. We need some sovereignty around the digital ecosystem. It's no use just adopting those technologies. We also, as part of that adoption, we also need sovereignty so we can build a digital economy in South Africa. I saw the other day Visa has built a 1 billion rand data center in Johannesburg.
Oh.
Why? Because the financial transactions for South Africa and Africa will transact locally. Now, with that investment come jobs.
Yeah.
Look at the other investments that have also been made with Microsoft's Azure data centers, with AWS. They're also big data centers that have invested locally. And I believe that that investment locally means that we're building a better economy to employ more people. So what's helped us to do this is the government laws, the regulations in South Africa, exactly, which means that data needs to be local. For local businesses to transact locally, especially for financial institutions and with the Papaya Acts and all of that.
Yeah.
Now, that regulation alone has created a sovereignty of data centers in South Africa.
So we need more of that.
We need more of that.
That's correct.
And if we build that as CIOs, leaders in the industry, and we have that ability to have that foresight to create that longevity and start creating that economy, it's going to help people now who need jobs, and it's also going to help our future. On my connected network, one of the CEOs from a financial institution, he put out there that everybody has a plan for Africa, but Africa doesn't have a plan for itself. We need our own plan. We need to create our own story instead of other people
telling us
what it is and creating that story for us.
That's so
exactly.
True. I think there's a shift, though. I do see a shift in Africa, though, that people are starting to think about we need to do things ourselves instead of being dependent.
Yes.
And waiting for things to happen. So there is a shift, definitely.
100%. Yes. And I think we just need more action to it, and we need a faster response to it. So as a CIO, I think it's important to have that as part of your agenda and your strategy. Yes. So not just transform a business, but allow for digital sovereignty as part of your strategy. Move on from digital transformation, change your agenda for digital sovereignty. What that allows you to do is to start including local players within your strategy. I recently researched a whole insurance platform written by people in Cape Town. They know insurance inside out, and they've written this platform. And today it's actually globally renowned.
That's incredible.
But how many CIOs know about local
Talent.
So like government has helped us around the data sovereignty, they need to also help us around the digital sovereignty. Especially CIOs need to be given that support so that we can together build this economy within the country. What really inspires me to talk about this now is because in about 5 years' time, we're going to have 120 million more people in our workforce. We have a problem today of unemployment. There's 120 more million coming through in 5 years' time. And we're going to have the youngest workforce in the entire world. So,
are you talking about Africa, not just South Africa? Yeah.
Africa. So what is our plan? How do we make sure that we create this economy that is sustainable enough for the future of the youngsters who are coming in? There are forums currently in South Africa. I was a panelist in one of those forums that Collective X.
I've heard about it, yes.
Yes, invited me to. And very interesting, their mission. It's professionals in the industry, and not just in technology, in the South African industry. Professionals who are very high up, group CEOs, who are just as concerned. And their belief is that if we create a digital economy that is around digital talent, we're going to have the biggest digital talent worldwide.
That's incredible.
It's going to be an industry that surpasses the agricultural industry that we have now in South Africa.
Incredible.
That is what we need to aim for.
Yes.
So, skills in AI are important. In artificial intelligence are important. And careers that are built now, going forward, roles are going to change.
Yes.
And it's not about just skilling up somebody and certifying them on a network certification anymore. What you have to do is you have to use those skills, but it goes further than that. You're going to see your role involving, for instance, a system engineer today is a cloud engineer of tomorrow. Now, what that means is that there's a lot more soft skills that are going to be encompassed in your role that are not prevalent today. So certifications need to start including some of those soft skill capabilities of critical thinking, of communications and collaborations within the certification skill set. So that where do you go to next? Not in the role that you're doing now, but where do you go to next? How adaptable and flexible can you be? And work with AI, not that AI will take over your responsibilities.
Yes.
But you have the ability to take human intelligence even further, innovate even further. And that innovation, we want to create this digital economy. Technology is not just going to be for IT anymore. Technology is for the entire business.
Yes.
Because AI is going to be prevalent everywhere. And it's about how you coexist and how you create innovation within the role that you're doing.
So using it as a tool to enhance your position and your job.
I don't necessarily see AI as a tool.
Okay.
AI is part of a whole ecosystem. It goes more than just learning a skill. It needs to be part of your existence going forward. So
that sounds scary.
It's an adaptation, isn't it?
Yes.
To how we should start thinking about things for the future.
Yes.
It's evolving.
We're very fast.
It's very fast, and it's exciting. It's really exciting, and it's about going in with your eyes wide open. It's about doing research. So coming back to your question, it's about researching what would my role be now as a business analyst, because it's changed.
Yes.
I'm no longer just going to extract the data flows, because that will come from a business engineer on AI, but I will have to make sense. I will have to correlate it in a different way. I will have to have more critical thinking skills, and my role will change. There's a lot that can be automated. Then what will my role be in the future? And there's a space for both. I think that's the important message, that with AI there's a space for both, and it's up to us to innovate enough and to find those roles to create a whole new industry.
So which part do you think the company should play, and which part should the individual play in this?
So first and foremost, we always leave education for employees to HR policies. And this is for the entire organization. I'm not just talking about IT staff.
No, everybody.
Okay?
Yes.
Everybody. Now, I think that IT can help a lot with that, that it becomes an enterprise agenda to start teaching people about AI and what could that mean in terms of coexisting within your environment, and what new capabilities would you require. So I think there should be an enterprise level strategy and agenda around building that within the company.
We're seeing
And
that
not
happening. I'm not sure if it's to the level that you're thinking of, but there's certainly a big move towards, doing AI education among employees, and it's right across the board. From our side, we've released a short course. We're building a lot of short courses now, and it's interesting that you mentioned that. It's around soft skills mostly.
Yes.
And it's supplement to our certifications at this point, but AI is the big one that we're seeing right now.
And I think the message that needs to go across is how is AI going to help in the role that I'm doing now, and how is my role going to evolve? So what we don't want to do is just talk about AI and the possibilities of AI, and then they walk out of there with a fear that now this is all going to be AI driven.
Yes.
And where would I go next?
But the point is that you have to be proactive then, instead of waiting.
100%. But you've also got to be proactive in the strategy.
Yes.
So how are you going to implement AI within the organization? And where are you going to take your people? And how are you going to also allow for growth?
Yes.
Not just the people you have, but the growth of the organization, and allow more people in.
Yes.
And it's up to us as CIOs to start seeing these things so we can create a sustainable future. Not just a job that we're there as a CIO to lead a company, but what if we leave? What is the legacy that we leave behind? What is the economy that we've created that allows South Africa to flourish and for us to compete globally?
Yes. I totally understand everything you're saying. We've got to be proactive. We've got to start working on planning and strategizing right now for the future. But you often hear people saying the jobs that are going to exist in 5 years is nothing to do with what you have today. So there is an element of not knowing. So how do you correlate that with getting ready if there's a lot of unknowns coming?
There are a lot of unknowns, but there are also a lot of knowns.
Okay.
So start with the knowns that you have. We've got so much information available to us, we can see what's coming.
Yes. So it's the fact of not being unprepared.
Start building that into your strategy. And I'm encouraging us as individuals. I'm encouraging organizations from a strategic executive level, but I'm also encouraging government. So what else can they do? The data sovereignty help what else can they do
Yes.
so that we can build more of an IP base of the digital economy. So we need something more collaborative as an industry, creating this digital sovereignty of collaboration and education to create the skills and investments that we need.
I always firmly believe some action is better than nothing.
Right.
So,
and the first
least,
action will take you to the next action.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So the person who doesn't do anything gets caught unawares.
Yes.
Because they don't have anything.
Rather step.
Yes.
Take step by step and get there.
Absolutely.
But we also got to understand the agility because others have already started.
That's true.
But because we need to move at a pace that's very fast.
Yes.
We need collective effort, and also the collective effort needs to be transparent.
Absolutely.
So how do we create that transparency? Not just for us, but it's for imagine us who don't have that full transparency. Imagine a person leaving school. What transparency do they have if we have all of this knowledge and they don't? So how do we give them a step forward?
I totally get it. Great information, because you're covering from what government should be doing, what the industry should be doing, what management should be doing, what the individual should be doing. And a lot of vision as to how do we prepare for the future. Thank you so much, Helen, for spending time with us today.
It was a lovely chat.
Yes.
And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that concludes our chat with Helen Constantinides. Helen is, as I said, very well known in the industry, and she has some really, really good views on what we should be doing to prepare for the future, how AI is going to change a lot, how we can work with it, how we can use it in our daily environment, in our work, in our lives, and also some good ideas in terms of how do we collaborate in this industry? How do we do it better? How do we work together? How do we culture talent, local talent? How do we use local products more? So I hope you enjoyed this video and Helen's views on what we can do to prepare for a future that is probably unknown right now. Thank you.
It was lovely.
Yes.
Very good.